So with 3 overhand knots, we tie one end of our string to the intersection of the top and diagonal spars. We draw it across the kite, and with about 3 or 4 inches of excess, now we tie this end around the other 2 spar ends, again with 3 overhand knots. This one's a little different because you don't have 2 loose ends of string. One side of the string is already the bow line. We cut off a little bit of the excess string, and now our bow line is just like the bow of a bow and arrow, if you will. And simply by wrapping it around one end once or twice or 3 times, you can see we can control the bow of our kite. Generally speaking, on this type of kite, a bow of about 2 to 3 inches in the center, at the center spine, should be perfect for the way we want it to fly. The last step in construction here is to add tails to the bottom of our kite. We're going to add 4 lengths of tail and make them into 2 tails of about 6 feet in length. And we'll glue those to the bottom 2 corners of our kite. Remember the rule of symmetry. Whatever we do to one side of the kite, we do to the other side. So we want to make sure that these 2 tails that we end up with are the same length, and we glue them to the same place on each side of the bottom of the kite. With the combination of our adjustable bridle and tails, we should be able to fly this kite in a variety of wind, anywhere from about 3 or 4 miles an hour of wind up to probably 15 or 18 miles an hour. We attach our tails right to each corner over the spar, and that gives us another little bit of reinforcement to the sail and spar end. And we can test fly indoors and get an idea how well our kite is bridled. And now we prepare our flying line to make it easy to attach and reattach this kite to this flying line. At the end of our line, we make a large loop, maybe 5 or 6 inches long. Just tie the 2 pieces of string into an overhead knot, and you end up with a large loop, as Toki shows. At the end of that loop, we make a small loop. Again, we tie just a small overhand knot. Now we have a loop with a loop, a pigtail we call it. Now this loop with a pigtail, we lark's head onto our kite line. We put our fingers in, pinch, and now we have that overhand lark's head loop. We put that lark's head over our kite line, pull it tight, and it comes off. There's our lark's head. We put that over the end of our kite line, Pull it tight, and now the two lines are attached. But they can come apart easily by pulling the two pigtails.
この輪っかですね。この輪っかを引っ張るとほどけます。もう一度やりますよ。
This is a nice system for tying the kite line to the kite bridle because these loops come right out. You don't have to really untie the knots. If you simply loosen them, they'll fall right apart.
結び目をこうやって入れますね。入れてこの長い紐を引っ張ります。そうするとこういうふうになります。でこれで出来上がりですね。
And now we can give the kite a true test.
あ、外れた。尻尾が外れました。外れちゃったね。これで出来上が
We're
り。
finished. Congratulations.
ずっと下向いてやってる。